Okay, yeah, you knew that was coming, didn't you? Let's do the letter K. It starts out just the way most of our letters start out, with this nice little S curve at the top, coming back up the top line. There we go, lift up, and then a vertical, straight down toward the baseline, but about 1/3 of the way before we get there, we stop and curve to the left. There. Stroke number 2 is like many of our other letters, the F and the M and the N and the J, or the I, not the J. We do another S curve down here that very much mimics the one at the top. Make sure you don't start curving back this way. Just leave it at that straight angle. Got it? Then back to the top. We come down parallel to the first stroke, all the way to where it intersects with that one. Got it? You heard me say perhaps that we have sort of the shape of a cartoon smile right there, that helps us visualize how to make this curve. Okay, back to the top of the K. Now we do a little flag. If you're doing this in order, it's smaller than the H flag, but larger than the I and the J flag. Are you confused? The I and the J, I want to keep them quite compact and vertical, so I don't make much of this flag. The H, in many fonts, the H has a very pronounced hook at the top, so that's why the H is fairly large, and the K just falls somewhere right in between those. Okay, that's my logic. So it doesn't come out here like this, and it doesn't go like this. It's right in between. Got it? There's my medium-sized flag. Now, the rest of the letter is, ironically, very much like the lowercase a, the lowercase K. It has an angle like this, straight, right across angle like that, and right back like that, just as the lowercase k does, and then a foot that's really an S curve with a bit of a foot. I'm calling this part the foot, I'm calling this part the toe now, okay? So a bit of a foot that comes out and a toe just up like that. Got it? That's a straight line, and then a diamond, and my 2 hooks. Let's do that again without quite so much verbiage. Get the heck the verbiage out of there, would you, Dan? S curve. Come on, people, stay put. Straight line, hook, there we go. S curve, straight line, all the way down until it meets that one. Then just a medium-sized flag up here. Now out, a 90-degree angle to the first stroke, back in, and then an S curve with a little bit of an accented kick-out foot there at the bottom and a toe up. Got it? Back to vertical, number 1 position, diamond, and my 2 flags. And that's a hasty, sloppy K. You got the idea. You're supposed to be doing this with me. This should really have come down a little bit further. There we go. Let's go ahead and move to the pen. Again, I want you to draw these with me. I'm doing them slowly enough, and repetitively enough that I think you can watch me one time and then replay the loop so that you can do it with me the second time. Let's do the letter K with a pen. S curve, vertical, hook out, S curve down here, second vertical, about 1/2 nib width distance away from the first one. Then a moderate flag up here with a little hook on it, out, 90-degree angle, back in, and a rather long S curve with a substantial foot. This foot, by the way, this part right here, is very much like the end of the capital A, which is unusual because the capital A is unlike almost every other letter. It has so many unique characteristics, but that's one that it shares with the K. I think that foot is very much the same shape as it is on the letter A. Okay, there's my 2 hooks. Good enough? I think you got that. Let's look at the lowercase K. Again, going back to our double pencil tool. Great tool, isn't it? I hope you're enjoying playing with yours. Now, here's my guideline. But of course the K has an ascender, so my ascender is going to start about 2.5 nib widths above the header line. Got it? So my K would start there, come down at an angle, then vertical all the way to the baseline, boom, and a diamond. I should say almost all the way to the baseline, and then a diamond, which intersects the baseline. Now, which stroke should I do next? I'll do the little flag next. And then the X height part of the K, again, very much like the capital letter. And here, instead of making this an S curve, which I think would make it too much like that, let's just make this straight down like that, and then a hook out like that. Do you see that? So it's very simple, very pared down compared to the capital. In Gothic font, the capitals get all the attention, the lowercase just do the work. Let's do a lowercase k down here with a pen, starting at my ascender line, which I'm visualizing, coming down, vertical, diamond at the bottom, up, angle, 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 and straight angle right here with a little foot at the bottom. I've got a little bit too much ink in my pen. It's making my lines a little too fat. Let me see if I can fix that this time around. And this time I'll also add some of those little, there we go, some of the little, what I call hangnail. Is that a disgusting term? But you'll remember it, won't you? There we go. So bringing my vertical in a little bit, diamond, flag, leaving just a little bit of that angle up there. Do you see that? Do you see the difference? So it's very subtle. Don't overdo it. But those tiny little hooks, like right there, I think you can see that. Where it's not there and it is there, just makes it just a little bit more of a dressed up Gothic. This is a simple Gothic and just a tiny bit fancier. Okay? Okay.